I have been turning somersaults in the Savannahs, patting the wild horse, and shaking down cocoanuts. Oh yes, I have plenty of stories to tell. But one need not tell everything. You know that very well, old woman." And then he kissed his mother so heartily that she nearly fell backwards. He was indeed a wild boy. The Southwind appeared now in a turban and a flowing bedouin's cloak. "It is fearfully cold in here," he said, throwing wood on the fire. "It is easy to see that the Northwind got here first." "It is hot enough here to roast a polar bear," said the Northwind. "You are a polar bear yourself," said the Southwind. "Do you want to go into the bag?" asked the old woman. "Sit down on that stone and tell us where you have been." "In Africa, mother," he answered. "I have been chasing the lion with the Hottentots in Kaffaland." "What grass there is on those plains?" "As green as an olive." "The gnu was dancing about, and the ostriches ran races with me, but I am still the fastest." "I went to the desert with its yellow sand. It looks like the bottom of the sea." "I met a caravan. They were killing their last camel to get water to drink, but it wasn't much they got. The sun was blazing above, and the sand burning below. There were no limits to the outstretched desert. Then I burrowed into the fine loose sand, and whirled it up in great columns. That was a dance. You should have seen how despondently the dromedaries stood, and the merchant drew his kaftan over his head. He threw himself down before me as if I had been Allah, his god. Now they are buried, and there is a pyramid of sand over them all. When I blow it away, sometime the sun will bleach their bones, and then travelers will see that people have been there before, otherwise you would hardly believe it in the desert." "Then you have only been doing harm," said the mother. "Into the bag you go." And before he knew where he was, she had the Southwind by the waist and in the bag. It rolled about on the ground, but she sat down upon it, and then it had to be quiet. "Your sons are lively fellows," said the prince. "Yes, indeed," she said, "but I can master them. Here comes the fourth." It was the East Wind, and he was dressed like a Chinaman. "Oh, have you come from that quarter?" said the mother. "I thought you had been in the Garden of Paradise." "I am only going there tomorrow," said the East Wind. "It will be 100 years tomorrow since I have been there. I have just come from China, where I danced round the porcelain tower till all the bells jingled. The officials were flogged in the streets, the bamboo canes were broken over their shoulders, and they were all people ranging from the first to the 9th rank. They shrieked many thanks, father and benefactor, but they didn't mean what they said, and I went on ringing the bells and singing sang, so you're quite uproarious about it," said the old woman. "It's a good thing you are going to the Garden of Paradise tomorrow. It always has a good effect on your behavior. Mind you drink deep of the well of wisdom, and bring a little bottleful home to me." "That I will," said the East Wind, "but why have you put my brother from the south into the bag?" "Out with him. He must tell me about the phoenix. The princess always wants to hear about that bird when I call every 100 years. Open the bag. Then you'll be my sweetest mother, and I'll give you 2 pockets full of tea as green and fresh as when I picked it." "Well, for the sake of the tea, and because you are my darling, I will open my bag." She did open it, and the Southwind crept out, but he was quite crestfallen, because the strange prince had seen his disgrace.